These are my rolls out of combat, and my rolls during combat. Hey everybody, simple guy that clicks when they see SkyDieRay here. Welcome to another DnDMemes video. How are you guys doing? Having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into it, I want to quickly kindly ask you if you want to take a moment to smash the like button. It takes a second, helps out a lot, and I appreciate it a lot, so thanks much for that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. God damn, I love this game already. 4 newbies struggling with a horde of goblins. The bard. Can I start a dance party to distract them? And then the goblins dancing. Okay, he saved us, lol. I guess the DM did rule that worked, so apparently. Alright. Does the bear like me? Player. Will the bear attack me? DM. Roll animal handling or insight. Player rolls a natural 1. DM. This bear is your best friend. This bear wants nothing more than to make you breakfast tomorrow morning. Aarakocra art across the editions. D&D's aesthetic across the years. The Aarakocra. First edition. He's legitimately confused how his janky ass is supposed to solo a Tarask. Second edition. Your criticisms of the previous design are noted. Now it's red. Third edition. It's easy to laugh, but I don't really think there's a way to make flying with your arms and fighting with your feet not look ridiculous. Fourth edition. Gonna cut you with that dark sun age. Okay, I'll be honest, I think that one looks a bit less ridiculous than the third edition one, actually. And fifth edition. Stately and dignified and desperately hoping that you've never seen the earlier edition. He finally gets separate arms and wings. Yeah, nice. Curse you, alchemist Jug. Does anybody actually know how long you could survive alternating between mayonnaise and water every other day? The artificer, when the party gets trapped in the Underdark without supplies, which I thought could turn into an intense survival situation. Is mayonnaise a meal replacement? Well, if Tarkov is the least bit as realistic as it strives to be, you would also need a lot of water to survive with mayonnaise. GM, can I change my action to aid? Decides to join a game for beginners to complete the party. All characters are pre-generated, and I choose the fighter because it's my favorite class. Fighting against the first boss, the new players are setting everything up and starting to use their abilities. My turn, so I use power attack on the boss. 20 on the d20. My weapon deals d10 damage and I roll a 9 and a 10. The boss dies in one attack. I won. I won? Wait a minute. I'm not supposed to win? Let me see the script. Help the new players, don't steal the spotlight, and let them finish the boss. Oh no. And T-Urtle isn't even the wildest one I've ever played. First campaign. Marcus the Mercenary. Latest campaign. Theodore Urtle, the blood-hungry beast of the south. T-Urtle looks like a nice guy. He looks really good. He looks really goofy and chill. Interesting race selection. Wow, you're playing a changeling, that's cool. If we break it into chunks, we can sell it for more. The party is hired to clear some monsters out of the sewers. They find a hidden smuggler cache, and inside is a statue worth 3,000 gold. While discussing how to get it out, the wizard casts shatter on it so he can sell the pieces. Ah, Jesus Christ. An example of raw not making sense, but in a small silly way this time. The Warforged looking at the 10 days of rations that it has for some reason, even though it can't eat. Well, no, it's to split with the party, right? It's for, you know, being a team member. 4th edition had the solution all along. 4th edition by Wizards of the Coast. Tarask. Okay. Earthbinding aura 40 feet. Any flying creature in the aura has its fly speed reduced to 1 and maximum altitude reduced to 20, putting it within the Tarask's reach. Any creature above this altitude at the end of its turn falls to an altitude of 20 feet automatically. I would consider elemental damage as magical to bypass things. Saw a post earlier that inspired this. Who would win? MHW Hunters, fully geared, or one spiky lizard? Okay, but if you can ignore the fact that this was an extremely tedious and unnecessary moment and an attempt to sabotage Percy's storyline and hijack the Briarwood's arc, the actual idea itself is actually kind of hilarious. Just give me all the mirrors you have. Wait. I worry that what you just heard was give me a lot of mirrors. What I said was give me all the mirrors you have. Do you understand? So I'm just supposed to remember things about the world I created now? Me, after spending days planning out a story arc that violates one of the central tenets of my campaign's world building. Complete idiot. I mean, at least you realized in time and you can, you know, fix it, undo it, rewrite it, whatever. As the sky darkens, you remember those words that you tried to forget. The forest is dark not because we want it to be, but because it has to be. allow full-blown personal skill and knowledge metagaming. Players abuse everything from historical battle tactics to organic chemistry. Players control the entire world in 8 sessions. Okay, start Act 2. Alright. Roar. Roar. Ooh. Run, it's Godzilla. It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it's Godzilla, though it isn't. Kobold Uprising. Kobold from German translating to Leprechaun, Puck, Goblin, Imp, Pixie and Elf. Wait, it's all kobolds? Always has been. Don't know if this was posted here or not, I'm new. Every D&D group has the same 4 members. Surprisingly, I don't think I've seen this one specifically before. Alright, that's great. A great group for a campaign. Look at this gang. Isn't it great? We make a good D&D group. Nerdimus, the Grand Mage, Sir Jocolot, Handsome Wall, Olgalia, the Bonecaller, and Tigra, the Barbarian Queen. Now, we just need a healer. This feels wrong. If it feels wrong, but it's necessary, you know, it is what it is. You don't need to seduce dragons if you can kill them with cuteness. DM, what's your plan for the dragon? The Baxi Bard. Alright. Just one thing I don't like is anytime I mention something less than perfect about D&D. Pathfinder has better urination mechanics. Yeah, that's I'm sure that one's gonna bring the most people over. Out of everything that Pathfinder does better, I'm pretty sure that one's the most relevant. What are some spells that are widely seen as good that just never work for you? You cast Shield of Fate, bringing your AC up to 21. The CR 0.5 enemies all roll like gods and hit past your boosted AC, and you fail the DC 10 Constitution save. Aha, you missed when you dodge the first attack, but forget that the big bad evil guy has a second. I might be playing with sociopaths, watching the party as they antagonize another faction that you worked out as potential allies and plot hooks. All because one of the NPCs was rude when they first met and the party decided that this was a provocation to attack. If you can do it, the monsters can too, was never meant to be followed through. Wait, you guys actually make the monsters do what the players can do? I just say that as a hollow threat to shut down a player's abusive misinterpretation of the rules. The government doesn't want you to know this, but you can make your character as hot for you as you want. Being for someone else's character, just wrong, no, being for your own character. That, I mean, I guess that actually makes sense for it to be more acceptable, doesn't it? I was just investing back into good roleplay. DM gives out inspiration for good roleplay. You can use 5 stacks of inspiration to make any roll a natural 20. The fighter has 5 stacks. Those will be invaluable tomorrow when the party goes to war. He uses them to natural 20 bank his demon GF. She is so satisfied she gives him 2 death words so he doesn't die. Well, that's that's one way to make it work again, I guess. They remind you of who, from what. Create unique NPCs, each with their own personality and reason to be a part of the world. Make some of your NPCs straight up copies from the stuff you know and see how long it would take for one of your players to out themselves. You guys are getting good rolls. These are my rolls out of combat and my rolls during combat. They're just all horrible. Did that chest just blush? Well, hello there. What precious treasures hide within you, mon chéri? Strokes. Proceeds to stroke that. Did that chest blush? That's totally a mimic. A little late to the party, but I think it still fits. Party of murder hobos. You are, by far, the most evil thing I've encountered. A well-loved king with not a thing wrong with his policies. It's fine if they're first level, right? An unbeatable evil has reason. I'll send heroes to try to stop it from ending mankind, says a quest giver. You're sending high-level heroes, right? You're sending high-level heroes, right? Well, no, because those are more expensive. I think sending like 10 groups of cheap adventurers will work out the best, because also not, you know, most of them will die. A campaign meme that doesn't require context to understand. Casting Sleep on the dragon to save the very important NPC from getting eaten. I am a genius! He gets crushed from the dragon falling over. Oh no! Family is important. The colossal war that is happening 2 towns over, and the party on their way to make sure the druid's grandmother is doing okay. Actual footage of my unrealistic expectations. I don't understand my character. I can't help you with that. You'll have to read both class pages in the book. You will have to learn to read the books and not just read it. But read the books and not read it. Last Wizard Council meeting was fucking insane. Someone pissed in the font of divination and we can't even use divination to figure out who did it because the founts got piss in it. Moral Compass Barbarian go bonk. Know how to interact with NPCs. Is she? I wanna seduce the barmaid. Hello? Human resources? Yeah, that's inappropriate. Sorry, he's chaotic. You alright, miss? Oh, you're sweet. That's appropriate. You know we like it raw. DMG 141. Druid not wearing metal half-plate because it's raw, and the DM giving Druid Ironwood half-plate because it's raw. Hot dogs are a metaphor for meta magic. Gee, sorcerer, why can you target 2 creatures with single target spells? Is my dad dragon R. That would be such a good reply to have IRL though. Imagine just being able to answer with that. Literally to any question, it doesn't matter, just in any context, in any context it would be so great to just have that as a possible answer. Why is your floor smarter than the monk? Hey Calvin, have you decided what you're going to do with the year of downtime? I can't open a money printer, the GM says, so I'm still thinking. I saved my gold. I'm going to buy a scroll of animal shapes and the components for a permanent teleportation circle. First, animate objects on the wood disc on the floor that holds my circle. Then, I use animal shapes to make it a beast, and finish with Awaken to make it smart for a living teleporter. And somehow, not a single diamond left amongst the party. Me rolling death saves, and my party giving me a potion that we found in the dungeon, and no one checked it for poison. I don't know why that sounds familiar. It's either been in a story in the previous episode or in a green text, I'm not sure, but it sounds really familiar. just from a different perspective last time. The real way that monks should use wisdom for defense. Having the wisdom to realize that going into battle is a bad idea. Wait, you seriously didn't wear armor at all? I'm telling you, it's fine. I borrowed my brother's cloak of wisdom. Roll initiative. Damn class. Gets +10 to wisdom and then realize I should have worn armor. Encounter balance do be like that though. Group of 5 level 20 adventurers. And Orcus with encounter difficulty deadly. And then group of 6 level 20 adventurers. And the encounter difficulty drops to medium. Its name is Rock Ashley, by the way. Play a College of Creation bard. Get a pet rock that I animate for every battle. Realize that I can cast Magic Mouth to give it all kinds of funny dialogue. Intellect Devourer art across the editions. D&D's aesthetic across the years, the Intellect Devourer. First edition. Black and white suits this design, like it's emerging from the darkness at you. Second edition looks like a meatball made of rancid spaghetti on top of blue Marmaduke legs. Third edition. Replace some of those curves with harsher polygons that I'd expect to see this thing run up on me in an early FPS. Fourth edition. A little bit of raptor claw action on a hellscape background. I didn't think a walking brain could look so badass. And 5th edition is gonna need to reduce salt intake and elevate those legs to deal with its peripheral edema. Alright, on that note, that's it for today's video, so thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, as well as on YouTube. I appreciate lots of thanks so much for those. Links below if you want to check them out, as well as the social media, Discord and anything else. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great way.